Hello everybody, it's time for the 2024 Hot Rod Power Tour, and this beast is nowhere near ready.
Let's shake the Grand National then.
All right, so let's go. Hello everyone, it's Cobbler Bob here. This video documents the 2024 Hot Rod Power Tour that took place over 5 days from June 10th through the 14th, 2024. I went with my friend Brent in his 1987 Grand National. There are 5 videos. Here's video 1, day 1. I hope you enjoy it. And we're off! Feel that turbo spool. Love that red and little yellow light. Woo! And here's Louisville, Kentucky. We're about an hour and a half away from the first stop of Bowling Green, Kentucky. The beautiful day. It's like mid to high 70s. Low humidity. We couldn't ask for anything better. Some beautiful architecture and bridges here. Wow. Look at this. This is a Volkswagen Beetle truck. Is that what I'm seeing? That's so awesome, man. It's a Volkswagen Beetle truck with a parachute hook on the, I don't know, it's a parachute hook, but that thing's cool, man. So for anybody that's wondering, we are riding in Brent's 1987 Buick Grand National. It's a pretty cool car. I had an 86 Cutlass. If you guys have watched my channel, you probably know that. A lot of similarities between these cars are both G bodies, although this one is a 3.8 liter Buick V6, 231 cubic inch V6, turbocharged and intercooled. And 204R transmission, and this one actually is I don't know if I want to say unique, but even 20 years ago people were modifying these and hot rodding them, and I guess this one to me is kind of special in some ways because it's relatively stock, and so pretty cool car, and it's second owner here now. They bought this car brand new off the factory lot. And isn't it true, Brent? This car actually had an open differential, right? They all come with 342 gears.
This car did not have the air conditioning box checked. All LC 3, 2, whatever the turbo engine is, have air conditioning. So it has air conditioning, but it doesn't have the air conditioning package. It doesn't have the extra insulation. It doesn't have the tinted glass.
Does not. Oh wow, it does not have tinted glass. Is that why my arm has been so hot? Oh,
yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't know that. Did not know that.
Doesn't have power windows. Doesn't have electric antenna.
Yeah, here. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Very cool. Very cool.
Well, it only has 2 options. Digital dash, which was something nobody wanted if you have a turbo engine because you don't get a tacker turbo, and the Grand National package.
Wow. Now let me show you guys the dashboard. This is pretty cool. So the dashboard here, you obviously added the vacuum gauge, vacuum/boost gauge, right?
Yes.
So digital dash. On the left, it actually shows F, which is full, right?
Yes.
And I think it shows you a readout. I was watching that of how many gallons you have left approximately, right?
Yeah, it's not terribly accurate, but yes, it reads in gallons. So there, just switched to 17 gallons. Right
that was cool. We got to see that, yeah. And there's no decimal, so it could be 17.9, 17.0, you don't know.
Don't know.
Trip odometer, analog regular odometer, digital speedometer. And you might have seen it earlier or later in the video, you will. Turbo power. It goes orange and then it goes red. Do you know what? Oh, there we go. That's cool.
Oh, I can make one of them go on. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, like about 5 PSI. 5 PSI.
I believe that they're set for 3 PSI and 5 PSI, and that's left over from the carbureted era.
Yeah. The hood bulge is kind of cool, and we were talking about this earlier. So this is an 87. 86 and 87 were the intercooled turbocharged, right?
Yes.
And then when did they have the carbureted turbocharged?
That started in 78. And I believe it ran through 81.
Uh-huh.
And then they put the performance engine in 83 was the 4.1 liter V6. Then they went to fuel injected 3.8 in 84.
So 84, 85 fuel injection, but not intercooled, right? Okay, got it. So 86, 87 for, the performance-wise were the best because of the intercooler, right?
84s were nice though because they had push button. The Grand Nationals had push button climate control and Recaro seats.
Oh wow, okay. And back to the hood bubble. What did you say? Carburetor on everything except the 86 and 87s. That hood scoop was kind of, hood bubble, I should say, was functional, right, to give clearance
for the turbo because it's set right on top of the engine.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And this is from about eye level. It's pretty subtle, actually. It looks a little larger in real life than it does here in the video. It definitely does not stick up into your view. This car is pretty neat. Where you're driving down the highway, the air conditioning's on right now. You know, we're doing 75 miles an hour coming through Kentucky here. It's a quiet, smooth ride, and it's kind of interesting because it makes this a cool noise when you hit the gas and the turbo kicks in, but it's still very quiet, even if relatively quiet at full throttle. You know, of course, like these old cars, you can roll the windows down and get blasted with air, but the air doesn't hit you in the face very much like some of the newer cars, and my theory is because it's so square, the air bounces around the car rather than going in the windows, but it's still comfortable on the highway with the windows up or the windows down. But pretty awesome.
I guess it's the other way. They're across the street from each other on that road.
That's a beautiful shot, but look at that. That is a National Corvette Museum. We are now in Bowling Green, Kentucky. I was there once, but I barely remember it. It was probably 25 years ago.
That was before the floor collapsed and sucked all the Corvettes in.
It's all the Corvettes, I mean the one.
All the Corvettes in the Rotunda.
Yeah. I thought it was just one fell in. A bunch fell in? Anyway.
I don't know.
Here we are. We're staying at the Holiday Inn Express Bowling Green. Look at this parking lot. It's like a car show in there. It's awesome. Oh, look at down here. It's like a car show in a parking lot, man. Look at that. Oh, there's some cool stuff here. We're gonna have some fun. Brent, what year is that Impala? That's a nice car there. Big hood scoop on it. You guys had one of those, didn't you? Just walk into the parking lot. There's a 56 Chevy Bel Air. Newer Corvette, Mustang. Oh, look at this, a Buick, a big old Buick. Don't know what year it is there. There's some cool stuff here. Plymouth wagon. They've been on the Power Tour multiple times before. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. Oh, look at this. Another Tri-5. Ooh, 55. I only know that because the plate says so. Oh, wow. Some cool stuff here. Nova, 70-ish Nova. Oh, 57. Look at this beautiful 57, the teal Nova. Wow, and I was going over to meet Brent. I don't know where he parked. Wow. Look at that truck. That truck's got to have air ride with as low as that is, huh? Man, they're everywhere. Beautiful RS Camaro. Wow. Day one here. Well, this isn't even day one. This is before day one. It's kind of a wrap. I don't know if you can see outside, but there's still people hanging around outside the parking lot talking and stuff like that. There's cars everywhere. So it's only 10:20 at night, but we just got back from dinner, walked because we didn't want to lose our parking spot in the hotel. Man, what a blast. All right, day one, official day one. It's our second day here of the Hot Rod Power Tour. And look at this thing. It's a Plymouth. It sounds cool. And it smells good too. So we're headed off to, what is it, Beech Bend Raceway is where everything is today, I believe?
Beech Bend Raceway Park.
And how fitting to go to Beech Bend in a Buick Grand National, because that's where they hold the Buick Nationals every year, or used to, right?
Buick GS Nationals.
Yeah, here we go. And it's, I polished it up as best I could, so I think it's presentable. Here we go. Dump tube is open.
What you do to my mirrors, man?
This thing's quick, man. I mean, it's not necessarily fast by today's standards, where everybody gives like 800 horsepower.
I don't know where we're going, but I'm going to follow this guy in the wagon because, you know.
Oh, it's so much fun. Here we go. Oh, look at that. What is that thing? It's old, and it's shiny, and it's cool.
But it's not a wagon, man.
But it's not a wagon. much fun.
Surely we'll come to a dead stop again.
I'm out of breath. All right, you guys missed that. I jumped out at the top of the hill just to take a quick panoramic photo. We've been going maximum of 3 miles
Negative 3 miles an hour.
A max of 3 miles an hour for 40 minutes. And suddenly you guys are, well, I don't know, it's probably running 10.
Seven. High speed is 7 miles.
I had to sprint to catch up with it. I don't know if you can see, but maybe it's a big video. Now we got a couple cool street rods here, right? Look at this, 68 Chevelle. This was an actual dirt track car, carbureted LS in it. This is kind of cool. And this thing, I was just talking to the owner for a bit here. This thing is cool. It's, what is this again, Brent? I don't know what, your 80 Silverado truck. It's got a big turbocharged LS engine in it. And what did he say? It ran 980s. Didn't it 980, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, mind if I post this to YouTube?
Oh, absolutely. Go ahead.
Now, can you give me a 67 overview of this thing? It's nice to meet you, Bob, right?
Austin.
In Austin, yeah.
So this is my 1980 Chevy pickup. It's a 4-wheel drive truck. As of now, it came originally 2-wheel drive. It's got a stock bottom end 6-liter in it with an 85 millimeter turbo. I took it to the dyno about a week ago, and it put down 782 horsepower, and we drove it here from Ontario, Canada.
Wow. So was that like a 13-hour trip, or I don't know?
Yeah, it was about
12,
13 hours, yeah.
Man, that's amazing.
Yep,
That's amazing.
so
And it's 4-wheel drive.
It's 4-wheel drive.
God, this thing's got to launch like crazy. Yeah,
4-wheel, selectable. I put it in 2-wheel drive.
Oh,
Yeah, so
Wow.
it does burnouts, and I do them a lot, so.
Now, could you show me the radiator thing in the back again here for the
absolutely.
audience? This is pretty cool. I thought this was an innovative. So you had problems with cooling because you couldn't fit 2 fans.
Yeah, so the front end's really tight. It's body drop, so my frame horns are really tight to the radiator. I can only get 1 fan on, so I don't have a heater in the truck. So I took my heater hoses and I ran them to this radiator back here and just put 2 small fans on it, and it seems to suck the heat right out of it. So
Something that my buddy Brent here noticed I didn't. You've welded the cab to the end of the body.
yeah.
And you said it's what? Bodies dropped over the frame, channeled they call that, right?
Yeah,
You said 1.5 inches?
Yes, sir.
So you made a custom transmission tunnel. You said full manual 4L80
Yep.
E, so it's
Yep.
not an E anymore, right?
No, just a 4L80 now. So
Yeah, this is cool. This is really cool. I like the patina job paint. And,
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank
Here
you.
we have a 1967 Pontiac Tempest station wagon, and look at this. 428 Pontiac in it, aluminum heads. And this is the really unusual part. If I zoom in there on that shifter knob, it's got a 5-speed Tremec manual transmission in it. And look at that patina, it's awesome. This is cool. This here's a 73 Chevelle SS station wagon, and you said this is the only year they made them? And this was an SS from the factory. What's the motor? 350 2-barrel. This is kind of cool. And if you look at the back, something else we were just looking at, little design features. Those are not the gas struts, those are spring loaded, so that they don't go bad, and they work just as good in the winter as the summer. So, man, I don't think I've ever seen one of these before. No idea what this is other than it's a Chevrolet. But it's gorgeous. It's an Arctic patina. And this is nice. See how they've cleared over it to protect the bare metal? I don't know if that was done this way manually or if the metal was actually worn that way, but I think that's almost the ideal, is when you find one that doesn't have any rust holes, but you know, has this look to it. So again, don't know which way this one is, but I like it. And there's a Corvette museum. Very cool, very cool. What's this thing got, like 70-inch wheelbase?
It's like 86, I think.
Wow.
Yes, sir, it does wheelies.
All right, look at this thing. I'm not even gonna guess what it is other than a GMC and the horseshoe logo. You guys see what's going on here? That's crazy. Here's a manufacturer's row. You've got all kinds of people here. You've got SSTs, Silver Sport transmissions. I mean, Lingenfelter, Motor Trend over there if you want the official gear. So there's all kinds of manufacturers here. You can talk to the people directly. It's kind of nice and see some of the cars that you've seen in the, you know, show magazines and online. All right, Brent, would you explain one more time what I'm looking at here?
It's an 80s Dodge Rampage pickup truck. Normally they have like a 2.4 inline 6 under the front hood, sideways front wheel drive. I think they even came in some cases with the turbo engine that was in the Omni GLH.
Wow.
I have no idea what that is in the bad now, but it definitely has a traverse transmission, maybe like a Ford GT transmission, or
I have no idea, yeah.
Or a rear transmission Corvette torque tube.
This is cool. Look at those brakes on there. 6 piston? 4, at least 4, looks like 6. Barely clear.
It's W motor, it's a 348 or a 409, I wouldn't know which.
Yeah.
Me neither.
With the air gap intake. Huh. You don't see very many people building very many of these. Look at the stance on this thing. Amazing. Massive interior. This is a Cadillac? What year? Is it?
I'm just guessing it's somewhere.
I would say 54, but I don't know.
Yeah, somewhere in that early 50s.
God, the color
Go by the taillight.
is amazing.
One they've ever made. They did longer.
Just glows.
You know,
Over here at the Chevrolet Performance tent here, you get to talk to the Chevrolet people directly. I was just picking their brains about the 6L80Es. And here's a beautiful, beautiful, I think this is a 69 Chevelle with a 502 in it. And air conditioning, beautiful bodywork. I think it's like a midnight blue. It's not actually black. It's got a very heavy metallic in it. And then here we've got a gorgeous Chevy truck with the LS. I'm a little ignorant on the Chevrolet newer stuff, but just really beautiful stuff. So here's the Holly tent. This is great because you get to talk to like that guy right there, Harrison, who really knows the EFI and the fuel injection systems. And here they have the whole mock-up here, so I got to chew his ear about what I need to add to my system to really get it to work and what I should look out for. So these things can be really invaluable. Look at this. Beautiful. 72? Yep. Nice. What's the motor? 350. 350? Okay. Look at that.
Old Mafia sticker on.
Ah, Old's Mafia. That's kind of cool. Gorgeous.
It's a 60 to 72, I don't know specifically. 69, yeah, I've been in too many of these videos.
Oh, this is beautiful, beautiful. Now, can you tell me what I'm looking at here?
So you're looking at a 1967 Plymouth Barracuda.
67 Barracuda, which is gorgeous, but then I saw under the hood and I see fuel-injected Hemi out of.
So I picked up the Hemi Truck from a dealer, actually from an insurance company, and that had sold it. It had 76 miles on it, brand new, and I picked up what they refer to as a drop-in kit: motor, transmission, computers, wiring harness, steering column, because it's got a great key. Even the drive shafts out of that truck.
You said it's like 300 and...
It's 347, 350 horsepower. It's not a big deal.
Which would have been more than this car was optioned with.
Yep, that's a 2003. So I started in 04.
Okay, okay. This car was put together when?
The car's been put together almost 15 years.
Wow. And then the interior floored me on this thing. You said the dash?
So the dash is a Mitsubishi Mirage dash and bezel, with an integrated, in this case, Dodge Ram column for the gray key, because it's got a skim module, and also the cluster out of that Dodge Ram.
That's crazy. And the seats?
Acura RSX.
Acura RSX. It all looks like it just belongs in this thing. That's unbelievable. And even this was out of the door handle.
So the armrests are out of a Peugeot.
Peugeot. That's phenomenal. I think the rear tires are 295s. I think I saw.
Yep.
Something like that. Yeah. That's amazing.
So I did a mini tub on it, so I get wider tires on it.
Okay. An automatic transmission out of the truck?
Automatic.
Okay. 4-speed? Or 5? Yeah.
Yeah. Out of the truck, and again, you know, when I bought it, nobody was doing any modifications to the transmissions. Nobody was doing it. So I tried to integrate it as a complete package.
Right.
I mean, I can go to the dealer and get it worked on.
Oh, unbelievable. The bodywork on this thing is phenomenal too. So the stance on that. Wow. Fantastic car. Thank you. I'm really glad I met you. Bob, nice to meet
Bernie,
you. Bob
nice
Powers,
to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Bernie. Thank you for your time. Just be ready to wait. It took us, I think it was hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes just to get out of the parking lot of Beech Bend Raceway, literally just to go from where we were parked to the street, which was a few hundred yards. Thank you so much for watching, and that was a wrap for day 1, Bowling Green, Kentucky. The other 4-day videos are already out, and the next day, Tuesday, was Nashville Superspeedway. There's some cool stuff that happened there, including some dyno runs. So hope you enjoyed this video. Thumbs up if you did, please, would be great. And I'll catch you guys next time. God bless.